If I have to keep only 10 designer perfumes in my collection, this will be it. To be honest, I have more niche perfumes in my collection, but designer perfumes are my OGs. By the way, if you're new here, my name is Joanna and I do reviews and recommendations of affordable and luxury fragrances in my channel. Now, if that sounds appealing to you, then please do keep watching and maybe consider subscribing. What I have for today is only 10. So that means these are my holy grail / must-have designer perfumes. So if ever something happens and I only have to keep 10, this will be it. I will be talking about my holy grail 10. Starting off with something that is good to use every day. And definitely the first perfume that came to mind is Prada Infusion de Iris. To be honest, this is new in my collection because I have recently discovered my love for Iris. And if you love Iris, you know what I'm talking about. This for me is the standard of a classic and beautiful Iris. This starts off a little bit citrusy because it has neroli and orange. However, this is mainly that powdery and makeupy iris that just smells so clean and beautiful. I love this scent. It smells effortlessly chic, quiet luxury. There's a little bit woodiness, perfect iris that you can get in the designer's world, in my opinion. Very likable as well. When it comes to longevity, this lasts, all right, around 6 to 8 hours. However, the sillage and projection is very moderate, but I don't mind because it is just beautiful. It makes me feel beautiful. Prada Infusion de Iris. Next up is Chloe Nomade Absolu le Parfum. If you watch my channel, you know that I love this one. This is one of the first perfumes that I raved in my channel when I was just starting. And up to this date, I still love this one. First of all, it's a creation of Quentin Biche, my favorite perfumer. And there's just something about it that just smells so beautiful, elegant, and unique. I haven't really smelled anything like this. It has that Mirabelle note, which I think is like a yellow kind of plum. So it's kind of like sweet and a little bit citrusy. It is very mossy, of course, because of the oak moss. The dry down of this is very mossy, guys. So if you love oak moss in perfumes, you will definitely love this. It is mossy, creamy because of the sandalwood, and musky as well. This is something that you can wear all year round. It just smells so elegant to me as well. This one lasts for a long time, let's say around 6 to 8 hours with moderate projection. So that is Chloe Nomade Absolu de Parfum. So those are my two easy grab, everyday kind of perfumes. And now I'll be talking about confidence boosting fragrances, right? And of course, this has to be here, Coco Noir by Chanel. I definitely have to include the Chanel here, right? And I will always choose Coco Noir. This to me just smells so elegant. It has that classic patchouli DNA of Chanel. Perfectly blended rose, geranium, and patchouli in the dry down. That is just so beautiful. This to me is very warm, sexy, and elegant scent that is giving me like a boss vibe as well. If I have to choose only one Chanel, I think this will be it. This to me just smells very classic and very chic. I love this fragrance. When it comes to longevity and projection, this is amazing. 8+ hours with strong projection. This is something that you can use as well during the day, and you can still pull it off until nighttime. I chose this over Mademoiselle because it has that warmth and depth in it that is just my vibe. I love this and I will always have this in my collection. Coco Noir by Chanel. And of course, when we talk about confidence boosting fragrances, this will always be here. And this is Libre le Parfum by Yves Saint Laurent. And if you watch my channel, you know how much I love this fragrance. In the beginning, you get that citrusy scent along with the ginger and the saffron, and it just smells incredibly sexy. It is very heavy in orange blossom and lavender. However, it has that sweetness coming from the honey that seemed to be like smoked. I love this one. The most prominent to my nose is orange blossom, honey, and lavender. The saffron is there, giving it a little bit of dryness, and the ginger gives this a little bit of zestiness and zing. It's my favorite flanker of Libre, and if I have to choose only one, this will be it. This has an amazing longevity and projection. Let's say beastly when it comes to performance. You will definitely be smelled when you wear this perfume, and this to me is a classic masterpiece, to be honest. Libre le Parfum by Yves Saint Laurent. Mon Guerlain Intense EDP. If you watch my channel, you know how much I love this one. Such a classic, I must say. Very heavy in lavender, iris, rose, and of course licorice, that I think made this fragrance just unique from the rest of the designer perfumes. I love how the lavender and licorice are perfectly blended with the rose and jasmine in this fragrance, because it ended up just smelling so unique with that green vanilla as well. I must say that this doesn't have that trademark vanilla of Guerlain. However, it is still unique and distinct. I think it is because of that licorice and lavender. Guys, this smells so classy, sexy, yet elegant, and you know, definitely just my vibe. This one is one of my holy grails. Will always have this in my collection, and I will choose this over the original because this one has more depth and oomph in it. Mon Guerlain Intense by Guerlain. So now we're gonna talk about fragrances that is good for spring and summer, right? And in this category, I only have two. The first one being Dolce and Gabbana, the only one Intense. Guys, I really love this perfume, considering this is very floral. This is my kind of floral. It has that coconut note in it that is very creamy and perfectly blended with the jasmine and the orange blossom. It's not giving me any kind of indolic feel or indolic vibes. It is just beautiful. It is floral and a little bit fruity as well. It has that apple and orange note on top that is giving it a little bit of fruity vibes. I love it. It is creamy and floral, very sexy as well, in my opinion. It smells luxurious to me too. It is something that I will wear on date nights during spring and summertime. And also it's giving me like a holiday in the island vibe. I will always have this in my collection. I love how the coconut is done in here along with the white florals. The only one, Intense by Dolce and Gabbana. If the weather becomes really hot and humid, you know this is coming, I will go for Une Jardin A Cythere by Hermes. This is one of my favorite citrus scents in general because it is very unique. In the opening, you get that calamansi smell. If you're not familiar with calamansi, it's like a green Asian lime that is smaller than a usual lime. And you know, as it dries down, the nuttiness of like a raw pistachio becomes prominent, along with oiliness vibe that is coming from the olive tree note. It just smells so unique and beautiful. I've tried so many citruses, okay? And I must say that this is like in the top 3 most unique citrus fragrance that I've ever tried because of that greenness, nuttiness, and oiliness that it has. This has a very simple note structure. It has citruses, pistachio, green accord, and olive tree. I think it's just simple yet so beautiful. It is giving me Greek island vibe as well because of that olive tree note. It has a very good longevity and projection, okay? It lasts longer on clothes, let's say 8+ hours, and on skin, it stays around 6 to 7 hours and with moderate projection. Highly recommend Une Jardin A Cythere by Hermes. Next up is something for special occasion, and I choose Dior Addict. Basically, this is the perfect vanilla and white floral combo that you can ever get in the designer's world. This is so beautiful, guys, and I don't know, there's something so special about it as well. It has orange blossom and jasmine sambac. It is not indolic at all. It is very well balanced with vanilla that seems to be quite green. This one will last you for a very long time, and it has an enormous sillage and projection as well. Definitely smells elegant and sexy. I don't know if you notice in my selection today, basically the vibe is sexy, elegant, and classy. Yeah, this one is giving off that vibe as well. Highly recommend Dior Addict. Now the last category is the colder seasons, and I only have 2 to talk about in this category. And first, of course, is Zadig and Voltaire. This is her. Guys, what can I say? This is the creamiest, milkiest, most lactonic fragrance that you can get in the designer's world. This is so beautiful. It is a bit peppery in the opening. This is mainly whipped cream, sandalwood, and cashmere wood. It has that nuttiness as well coming from the chestnut, so it is very comforting, guys. I love this fragrance. This is definitely giving sweater weather vibes. One of my favorites from the designer's world, really. And the longevity and projection of this one, it is so good. Lasts for 8+ hours with very good projection, guys. If you love creamy and lactonic sandalwood, you definitely have to check this one out if you haven't already. Zadig and Voltaire, this is her. And last but not the least is Angel Muse, of course. And if you watch my channel, you know that this is my favorite designer perfume of all time. I'm showing you the EDT version. However, I prefer the EDP. The reason why I'm showing you this bottle is because I broke the bottle of my EDP. This is me in a bottle. This has a very prominent hazelnut, pink pepper, grapefruit, and patchouli that just smells so fun, sexy, but still very chic, guys. I love this. I normally wear the EDT during spring, summertime, and the EDP during the colder seasons. I have a lot of good memories with this perfume. I call this as like the scent of Joanna, actually. I love how the hazelnut is perfectly blended with the patchouli here. However, there is citruses that is balancing it out, so it is giving still that light and fun feel because of the pink pepper. This is discontinued, however it is still available in some countries, I think, so definitely check this one out. A very sexy yet elegant Angel Muse by Mugler. So those are the 10 designer perfumes that I cannot live without. And now I want to know what's yours, so please write me in the comments down below. As usual, guys, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and see you on my next one. Bye, guys.